stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coin's on my mind. My coin base the upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radars, I understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash raises ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on. What's good, bro?
What up? What up? What up?
What's good?
What up?
What's good?
Listen, everybody wish Ash a happy birthday.
Man, I feel younger, you know what I'm saying?
Say feel younger?
I feel younger. Can you hear the mic?
Hold
on.
No, I don't even got my headphones. Wait, talk. There you go.
Yeah, we in here. What up, y'all? What's good?
What up?
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
I'm saying, run it up. Y'all send gifts. Put your send her cash app. Send her all that. She's owed that. We're about to close out the year with a bang.
Man, we're gonna close out the year with a bang for sure. Appreciate y'all for the birthday love for sure. It's big Capricorn season. Shout out to all the Capricorns in the chat. If you're a Capricorn in the chat, drop a fire. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and drop a fire over here.
Where the caps at?
Yeah. All the Capricorns, drop a fire. Shout out to the Capricorns. Big Capricorn energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can understand why I'm so money driven because I'm a Capricorn. So there you go. There you have it. Capricorns, it might, some people may disagree, but we put money above a lot of shit. We do. Because you can't survive on this earth without it. So, good luck. But you gotta have the money on us. Hey, shout out to all the Capricorns in the chat, gang. Shout out to us, gang. We start and end the year. What? It gets no better than the Capricorns. Some people don't understand us, but we ain't here to be understood.
Nah.
We're not here to be understood, gang. We're not here to be understood. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to make sure we hopped on today, even though the news is mad light. So I don't know how to feel right now. It's like a calm before the storm type of thing, but it's a couple things going on. I know silver ran up and hit $80. I saw all of that. I know I saw some info regarding JP Morgan switching sides when it comes to silver. So he put $5 billion in a loss over this shit. So yeah. So I saw the silver thing, but that's probably the biggest news right now is silver, the way silver moving. Other than that, we still building. We see a lot going on the back end when it comes to blockchain and just all the progress that the market is making, that the crypto market is making. So,
right.
But yeah, we got a couple articles to discuss, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Let's run them likes up though. Let's get them likes up fairly quickly over here on TikTok. Let's get to 15K. Kenton been. Yeah, Kenton been.
For Ash's birthday. Y'all run it up. What'd you say? My bad.
Oh yeah, shout out V's for the super chat. Appreciate you, gang. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta run the lights up, gang. It's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I could have easily said I ain't getting on today. I ain't getting on today, gang. It's my birthday. I'm gonna take a little break. You know what I'm saying? This is a very stressful market. And then on top of that, I ain't complaining at all. But being in a position of leadership doesn't make it easier. So, because it's just so crazy with the market, how the market's moving right now. But that's what happens when you're in the middle of a transition, when you upgrading the entire financial system. You know, this is what comes with it. So, man,
Now it is. It is. It is. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, y'all run it up over there. Y'all run it up over there on TikTok. Run it up on if you're coming in here on YouTube, make sure you like the live. Right, the more you guys like the live, the better it is. The more people will get this information.
for sure, for sure. All right, y'all. So yeah, we got a couple articles and stuff we're gonna go over today. We're gonna talk about China, because they're letting banks pay interest on the digital yuan wallets from January, starting in January 2026. We're gonna talk about that. Banks take a page from the buy now, pay later playbook. So we're gonna discuss that. Um, Coinbase. So Coinbase claims arrest in the $355 million insider extortion scheme that targeted nearly 70,000 customers. So we're going to discuss that. Asia. So Asia is quietly building a counterweight to the dollar stablecoin empire, and the West isn't ready. We're going to discuss that. Crypto funds shed 446 million as XRP and Solana set new record. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about how Social Security trust funds could run short by 2034. As pandemic takes toll. And then we're gonna talk about silver. Of course, they topped $80 for the first time. Then stages dramatic reversal overnight. So yeah, we got a couple stuff to go over, y'all. So we're gonna get right into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Appreciate y'all for the birthday love again. Appreciate y'all for that.
Yeah, y'all run it up. Y'all run it up. Run it up.
So we can start off with this China news for real, for real. Let's go ahead and talk about China real quick.
China. What's going on with China?
So China lets China to let banks pay interest on digital yuan wallets from January 2026. So China to let banks pay interest on digital yuan wallets starting January 1st, 2026. So damn, so that's how they just gonna start the year off. So it's the 1st of January. So China's central bank, the People's Bank of China, so PBOC, has announced a major upgrade to its digital yuan framework. So starting January 1st, 2026, commercial banks will be able to pay interest on digital yuan wallet balances. So that means the digital yuan will move beyond being just digital cash to functioning more like deposit money with yield and bank integration. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So that's how I know the US just bullshitting. They just finding ways to make it seem like they arguing, and whole time they finna do the same thing. They just, for whatever reason, well, let's just cut the bullshit. They waiting on whatever full moon they waiting on to do their demonic rituals. Bingo, that's all we waiting for. So whatever day that is, whatever ritual that they get ready to perform, whatever dark magic that they get ready to play with, that's what they're waiting on. That's our hold up, is evil shit, which is bad. But that's really the hold up, because these people are wicked. So that right there tells you, because if China's getting ready to allow them to have their digital yuan and function, and they can make more money with yield, gang, we're about to do the same thing. We're about to do the same thing.
Right.
It's just no way. But yeah, so what is changing in simple terms? So the digital yuan becomes deposit money. So under the new framework, ECNY held in verified wallets can earn interest, just like a regular bank deposit. So this shifts the digital yuan from being only a means of payment to a money-like financial asset. My bad, my headphones was beeping. So banks can integrate ECNY into balance sheets. So commercial banks can now treat digital yuan deposits as assets and liabilities, pay interest according to deposit rate rules, have ECNY deposits insured like regular bank deposits. So this ties digital yuan more tightly into traditional banking infrastructure. So I told you guys, the whole reason this update and this upgrade, whatever you want to call it, to the financial infrastructure on a global scale is even happening is because of the yield. That is the sole reason why they're getting involved, because of the yield opportunities. So deposit insurance and reserve rules. So the digital yuan balances will be protected like traditional deposits, and banks will include them in reserve calculations under China's regulatory framework. So cross-border expansion also China is also expanding cross-border CBDC pilots with countries including Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, UAE, and Saudi Arabia, signaling an ambition for the digital yuan to operate internationally. So this matters because China is reinventing its CBDC. So this isn't a minor upgrade, it's a structural transformation. So ECNY is moving from digital cash to interest bearing digital deposit money. So this is one of the first times a central bank is treating a CBDC as a deposit instrument rather than just a payment tool. So CBDCs versus crypto stablecoins. So China's approach contrasts sharply with how Bitcoin, Ethereum, and private stablecoins operate. So crypto yields come from markets, staking, or DeFi. Digital yuan yields will come from regulated bank deposit interest. People may compare crypto yield products to this, but China's system is fully under central bank control and backed by deposit insurance. So CBDCs are no longer just digital cash. China is making the digital yuan function like bank money that pays interest, that directly competes with some crypto yield models. So that's the play here. So this is financial infrastructure. This is not just tech. So by integrating ECNY into the banking system with interest and deposit protections, China strengthens its financial infrastructure, enhances trust and adoption domestically, and sets a blueprint for regulated digital money that could influence other central bank strategies. So then there's a global implication. So this move positions China CBDC as a competitive alternative to private digital money, a potential cross-border settlement tool, a model that may push other nations to rethink how digital money should work. So China's digital yuan is evolving faster and deeper than many expected. So this could influence how other countries build their CBDCs and how crypto competes with regulated digital money. So yeah, this is big news over there in China. So this is starting on the 1st of January, which is why I told you Q1 2026 is about to be massive. So if you've weathered the storm of all the bullshit we've been, dealing with just in the last 30 days, gang, listen, Q1 2026 is getting ready to be a lot happening. A lot is getting ready to happen in 2026, especially in Q1. Again, like I was telling D before we got on here, they don't have no more time. They've literally exhausted all the bullshit time that they have. Like any time they had left to BS, they've exhausted it. That's over with because he's in his last 2 years of his presidency. So he has to, most of the time presidents in their last 2 years, they're just trying to do shit to be remembered so they can go out like a better president. But, Trump in his position, because of how the media has portrayed him and, how they actually going to write about him in the history books, which we know isn't going to be nice. His best bet is to let people investors get filthy fucking rich. that's about the only thing that he's gonna be able to do to save himself at this point is to create a bunch of people with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A bunch of millionaires and billionaires gonna have to come out of this, or he's gonna look ridiculous. And I'm talking about, and not even just creating the millionaires and billionaires, but like the financial system better be flawless. I'm talking about, by the end of 2028, before his term is up, I better be going into the store and returning items, and that money better be going right back in my account before I blink my damn eye. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the whole thing, everything better be flawless. Because other than that, gang, it ain't looking too good for Trump if he don't hurry up and make a move and stop bullshitting.
Yeah, listen. According to him, he said crime in the U.S. is at its lowest levels on record, and he's saying that the economy is good. He's saying people have jobs more than ever. And I'm just
Lying
like,
ass nigga.
Man, he gotta chill, fam. He gotta chill. He got no chill, but you know what I'm saying? He just keep posting
because
shit. You know what I'm saying?
And he gonna make himself look stupid because everybody, like, listen, gang, these Democrats will pull out the actual job numbers that they've been hiding, and they're gonna put all that shit on him, even though some of it from Joe Biden. But they're gonna put all of it on you just to make you look stupid for lying to everybody talking about your job numbers was good, because they not good. I know too many people looking for a job.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, nah, that would be That would be straight. That'd be straight. If all is forgiven if he just signed that whatever that document. A lot will be forgiven. Maybe not all, but a lot will be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, I'll get a little bit of amnesia if markets start going in a different direction.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get amnesia real quick. Let that market start moving right. So yeah, man. So and it's a midterm year, so they're gonna get it together. That's why I think Q1 is gonna be huge. So man, y'all make sure y'all getting your affairs in order at this point. That's all you should be focused on, getting your affairs in order. If you already got your affairs in order, then you need to be making sure your mental is in order. You need to be making sure your mind right, and that you're gonna make conscious decisions. You know what I'm saying? Logical decisions. So yeah, but yeah, China, shout out to China for telling us what we already knew, but confirming it. Yeah, so if China's taking the yield route, I know ain't no way in hell we not.
Right.
Ain't no way in hell we not. So so yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the news right there with China and the digital yuan.
Then you could walk right into the Asia news that I had.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, Asia is quietly building a counterweight to the dollar. Stablecoin empire in the West isn't ready. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so since you was talking about China, I'll go a little bit deeper and talk about just the whole region. So this piece right here argues that Asia is building its own stablecoin system, right? So tied to Asian currencies like the yuan, won, the Hong Kong dollar, etc. So it doesn't have to rely so much on the US dollar stablecoins like USDT and USDC. So the main point here is the stablecoin world is moving in one big US dollar center system to a multi-country competition over who controls the money rails, meaning the payment plumbing system. So what he says is for the last 10 years in this article, for the last 10 years, USD stablecoins have dominated. And then the author puts the turning point, the 2025 is a turning point because Asia is now building local currency stablecoins, like how you were just alluding to, under regulated frameworks. So aimed at real use cases, commerce, remittances, gaming, trade settlement, etc. And then a big example of this was the Hong Kong Monetary Authority passed stablecoins ordinance back in May of 2025. And then starting August 1st, any company issuing or marketing a fiat reference stablecoin like a HKD pegged must get a license, follow rule reserves, follow redemption rules, and follow AML auditing oversight. And then why Asia wants alternatives to the USD stablecoins is because it looks misaligned with local regulators. It slows adoption where people use local currency daily. It creates dependency on the US regulation and US banks, and it limits integration with Asia's fast digital payment ecosystem, right? Because Asia, they always been on to the next. Like you were just talking about China. What China's doing right now is stuff that we should have been doing years ago. What China's doing right now, honestly, their system is moving way faster, right? But what these countries are doing, like South Korea, they're working on a legal framework, right, for the won pegged stable coins, and then legislation must be submitted by the end of 2025, basically in a couple of days. The debate is, should stable coins be issued by banks only or also by non-banks, and how they're regulated. And then over in Japan, the big banks are working on stablecoin initiatives for corporate settlement. The private yen pegged tokens like the JPYC are operating under clear rules and gaining traction. And then in Singapore, supporting digital payments tokens and multi-currency stablecoin infrastructure, they got a compliance first approach with strict rules and regulations. And the bigger claim here is that Asia is building a new settlement layer. So they want to reduce reliance on the U.S. banking rails, like I said earlier. They want to reduce reliance on the dollar clearing choke points, and they want to build digital trade corridors across Asian countries. I ain't mad at them. For wanting to, do their own thing. And this matters because you're talking about power over payment rails in this geopolitical struggle that all these different countries are in, whether it be here, whether it be over there in Asia, whether it be in South America, Africa. The regulation and interoperability may win, but not hype, right? So the regulation and interoperability, RWAs, real use cases. And then businesses may be pushed to support local currency stable coins. That's a big thing. So if you're a small business, they may force you to be like, nah, you got to use this. You got to use this, or you're not going to be able to get money out here. And then USD stable coins could become one option, not the main option. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I feel that, you know, it's not going to just be one currency. Everybody's going to have their own thing to do, but it's all going to be interoperable, interchangeable with each other. That's how I feel, but I could be wrong. I don't have I'm not with them people in the meetings, but they got it figured out already. They got it figured out. Why you?
Time, huh?
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My bad. I had the thing on mute. But nah, I was saying, it's go time just because, you know, we behind China and them, you know what I'm saying? They just announced today earning yield game. We're behind. We got a lot of catching up to do. Well, that's why I said if we've exhausted all our time to bullshit, we gotta catch up, or Asia will build something that's gonna have us looking crazy here momentarily, and we can't have that. So
I mean, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So, you know, they got to get a move on it. So, but I mean, I guess they got a solution. They got a remedy right here over in Asia, but United States, we got to get a move on it, fam.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
see, we feel like we the
shout
top
out.
dog. We feel like we like the top dog. Like we feel like we just been around for, you know, so long. We just been playing bully ball with everybody. But now it's like it's different now. We're talking about the technology war. It's a different type of war, fam. It's a different type of war.
Yeah, and it's, you know, if everybody's transacting a certain way, then we have to have the infrastructure put in place to be able to still transact with the other country. So that's what makes this a little bit more you can't just muscle your way out of this when you actually got to build the infrastructure. You actually got to do it. This is actually something where it's like, oh, can we play bully ball? Sure. But, you know, everybody else is already on board. We're behind. So it's like, you know, we don't have as much control as they have, you know, tricked us into thinking we have. But I know it's patriots in the chat that's gonna be like, well, they're never gonna defeat us. Okay.
All right.
We keep bullshitting. We're gonna find out the hard way.
Okay.
We keep on bullshitting.
Oh,
but yeah, no, it's about that time.
Yeah.
USA is arrogant for real. Yeah, exactly. Daniel. Shout out to Daniel for the super chat. He said SBI and RUSD have MOU to launch in Japan. Yes, in Q1.
Yep.
Okay. Q1. Somebody said it's over for the US. I wouldn't count us out, but if we keep bullshitting, it's gonna be over with. Yeah. I wouldn't count us out like that. But yeah, I will admit, if we don't pick it up, we going
Joker said it's over for the US. Nah, it ain't I wouldn't say all that. I didn't say all that.
Nah, look, that's what my arrogance got to come out. I wouldn't say that. We ain't gonna let that happen that easily. We ain't gonna give up that.
We ain't laying down like that, fam.
Yeah, we ain't gonna lay down. Like, trust me, if we gonna lay down, it's gonna be a war before we lay down. Trust me. We're gonna fuck the whole world up before we gotta lay down.
That's a fact.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. They will blow everything up if we gotta lay down. All right, well, we're gonna go out fighting then, nigga.
We're doing it. That's what we're doing it.
Nah, but yeah, we doing it though. It's getting done. We see major progress within the institutions. Just even here in America. So we see what's happening. A lot of stuff is already happening. It just ain't announced it yet. Huh?
Nah, it's a whole lot of shit. I mean, we went over the whole recap the other day on how, you know, all this shit is changing, you know, and how we had a big year as far as, you know, the infrastructure and the background shit. So, you know, hey, just keep your eyes peeled. Q1,
y'all get ready. Yeah, that's why. Hey, shout out to everybody that remained tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a tough. Like, when we look back on it, this was some tough shit to be in. Like, this is some tough shit to be in, because you bracing yourself, because it's like, you know, these changes is happening, and it's like, where is it? Because I know y'all did it already. You know what I'm saying? Like, the illusion is over. It's over. But yeah, so we got another article to go over. So let's talk about these crypto funds So they shed $446 million as XRP and Solana set a new record.
$446 million. Damn. So basically what happened is crypto investment funds, lost a lot of money last week, but XRP and Solana funds, including the ETFs, keep getting new money and setting records, right? So CoinShares reported about $446 million in net outflows last week from digital asset investment products. And I'm pretty sure the stock market is up today. The most of the outflows happened in the United States. Germany still had inflows coming in though, but which coins were hit the hardest was Bitcoin and Ethereum dominated those outflows, and then XRP and Solana stayed positive. XRP had 70 plus million in inflows last week, and Solana has 7.5 million in inflows last week. So the bigger trend since October 10th was, the shock price decline, total outflows added up to 3.2 billion. But that suggests investors have stayed cautious for months now. So the year-to-date flows are about 46.3 billion, similar to last year, around 48 billion. The total crypto fund assets under management are up 10% year-to-date. And then this piece also argues that once you consider flows, the average investor hasn't had a great year, but the intent is money is moving in and out, and prices make performance uneven. The article also talks about the US ETFs that were launched in mid-October, and since then they pulled in a lot of money. As of December 29th, today, XRP ETFs have 1.07 billion cumulative inflows, and Solana ETFs have 1.34 billion cumulative inflows, right? So so a lot of money just flowing into XRP and Solana, fam. Maybe coming out of all those other assets, but it's going into here.
I'm not shocked whatsoever. I haven't seen Bitcoin in any of the stuff we've been talking about when it comes to the financial infrastructure and settling payments and the rails and all that good stuff. Have you seen Bitcoin mentioned in any? Okay.
Nah, the only thing I see with Bitcoin is strategic reserves and shit. That's it.
Other than that, we don't hear too much about them. So, I think people have figured out what the fuck is going on here. I mean, it's been long enough. I mean, they gave everybody enough time to figure this shit the fuck out. Even if you didn't thoroughly figure it the fuck out as far as knowing which asset's going to do what specifically, you figured out enough to know that, the Bitcoin's not the bigger play here. It's not the biggest play anymore. It's not. And a lot of people have been able to at least figure out that much. So that's how you know these motherfuckers got to hurry up, because folks is catching on. So I'm with it.
And then once it becomes obvious, then what? All right.
That's what they don't want. What they don't want.
Shout out to XRP. Shout out to Solana.
Shout out my nigga Sid. Appreciate you for the birthday love, gangy. She said,
What
y'all
up,
wish
Sid?
a real one a happy birthday. Appreciate you, Sid. For sure. Appreciate you, Tamika. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Hey, and shout out to Darren. I just got your cash. I just looked at my phone. Darren. Shout out to Darren for the Cash App game. Appreciate you for that. For sure. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. This was a big year for BlockNation. I'll talk a little bit more about that before we get off. But we had a really, really good year. I actually have to let y'all know that it was a good year. It was, but this year was like setting the foundation. Next year is all about building. And so we're gonna discuss that a little bit. But yeah, y'all, we want the channel to continue to grow. So we need y'all's help. We need y'all's engagement. But we appreciate everything y'all did this year. For sure, because more and more people definitely know where to come for the news and the updates. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I was perusing through other people's channels, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we up to par with these jokers. We saying the same thing. We talking about the same thing. Yep. I was proud. I was like, damn, okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, we do the research. We doing most of the work. You know what I'm saying? We doing most of the work, fam. Like, all you gotta do is just tap in with us and just stay locked in.
For sure. So we're gonna talk about this other article about banks take a page from the buy now, pay later playbook. So I thought this was interesting because I'm like, they took a page from buy now, pay later. What in the hell does that mean? So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I thought that was hella interesting. Shout out to payment. Shout out to payments. I'm gonna speak it into existence. Payments. We're gonna have a. They're gonna be sponsoring the channel next year. I'm gonna speak it into
payments.
existence.
Shout out to payment. Yeah. Payments.
Here we go. For 100. So what this article is saying, so traditional banks are now borrowing a page from the buy now and pay later trend. So a payment model that exploded in popularity after 2019 from fintechs like Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Originally, BNPL disrupted the credit card world by letting customers split purchases into fixed interest-free installments without traditional credit checks. So that caught banks off guard and threatened their core credit card revenue. You know what's crazy? Because I was looking at some of my, y'all know how y'all go through to pay some of your credit card bills. Some of my credit cards is giving me the option to, like, if it's like a big purchase, say I spent like $200 or $300 or something. To me, that's a big purchase because I don't like spending that much at once unless it's shoes. But $200 or $300, and I could do a buy now. They would let me split it into 4. And so they're like implementing that into like the billing process. So that's how I know that buy now, pay later shit really fucked with the banks, because they're like implementing that into. I'm sure some of y'all have seen it. Y'all got on there. Well, for those that pay their credit card bills, I'm sure y'all have seen the option on there. I thought that was interesting. I was like, what? That buy now, pay later fucked y'all up, huh? So that's why I thought this was interesting when I saw this article, because I had never seen no shit like that. But yeah, so. Let me see. So yeah, originally BNPL disrupted the credit card world by letting customers split purchases into fixed interest-free installments without traditional credit checks. So that caught banks off guard and threatened their core credit card revenue. So now banks are responding with their own installment options. So leaning into BNPL-like features inside credit cards, so consumers can pay for goods over time more flexibly without going outside the bank's ecosystem. So banks are reacting to competition, not leading. So traditional banks were surprised by how fast BNPL took off. So what fintechs offered was convenience, transparency at checkout, and easy installments. So bank systems weren't ready for that. So now they've turned from reactive to competitive by offering fixed monthly installments on credit cards. Okay, so that's what I was just talking about. They're offering fixed monthly installments on credit cards, marketing those features as alternatives to BNPL, leveraging existing customer bases and rewards programs. So banks finally woke up. So not just because they wanted to innovate, but because fintech BNPL was eating into their revenue streams. They were, because it's like, if I could pay for something in 4, I don't need to use my credit card and worry about the interest I got to pay on it. I'd rather just do the buy now, pay later and not worry about the interest. So I didn't even think about it when paying 4 came out. I didn't even think about how that was disrupting the banks. But I also was just waking up in 2020, because I think they said this started in 2019. So I think I was just going through my awakening. But I didn't even think about how that was affecting the banks. I know that shit is fucking them up with them credit, because people not having to swipe their credit card, because some people can do the four payments. They rather do 4 payments. So yeah, banks finally woke up.
Bit of interest or whatever. They'll pay that whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it's no interest. Like Affirm do specials like during the holidays. Affirm did specials where they won't even offering no interest. It was interest free. But BNPL trends are winning consumer adoption. So the article shows that installment plans on credit cards are growing faster than standalone BNPL usage in the US, especially for big purchases like travel, events, and home services. So this suggests consumers want flexible pay later options. Banks can capture this demand by embedding it into traditional products, and BNPL fintech still influence the market even when banks replicate features. So BNPL didn't die. It forced banks to adopt similar tools and meet consumers where they are. So what this means for payments. So payments are becoming more flexible. So this is how, crypto is getting ready to definitely leave a mark on this. So whether it's credit cards, digital wallets, digital finance apps, or crypto payments, flexible cash now tools are now table stakes. So pay later installments, embedded finance, reduce friction at checkout. Crypto fits into this trend because many wallets and platforms already support flexible payment flows. Stablecoins, tokenized credit, and wallet-based lending can mirror BNPL logic. So on-chain split payments could become natural step. So BNPL success shows customers will pay However, it's easiest, and crypto payments are already more flexible than many bank offerings. So banks have built-in strengths because banks can compete because they already underwrite credit. They have merchant networks, control reward systems, already hold regulatory licenses, but they struggle because BNPL trains users to expect transparent pricing and instant results. Banks often bury these installment features in fine print rather than displaying them at checkout. BNPL forced banks to normalize flexible credit, but banks' slow hidden approach still gives fintechs an edge with younger customers, and that's a fact. So this BNPL evolution highlights broader changes in how people want to pay. So this ties into crypto payments becoming mainstream, digital wallets competing with cards and BNPL, tokenized credit and decentralized finance lending models, embedded finance meaning real world spending behavior. So BNPL wasn't just a fad. It changed how financial players think about payments. So crypto's flexible programmable money is already positioned to take this kind of model further. So it just goes further from here. So that's why the banks are like they're in full blown panic mode because they have to adjust to all of this stuff and quickly because this shit going fast. I don't think they expected people to adapt to that buy now pay later so fast, but nigga, the economy's bad. Y'all put people in financial binds. People didn't have a choice.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, so it's kind of like, you know, people had to pivot to where it made sense. So, you know, but the banks, that's how they live. That's how they that's how they sitting up in the shade. They live off of, you know, people the credit cards and, you know, all this other stuff. So, you know, that's cutting into their bread and butter. So they got to figure something out. Something got to give. Something got to give, man. Something got to give at some point.
Yeah, I'm telling you, boy. I know a firm hate to see my ass coming, boy. They hate to see my ass coming because I be on it. A firm is like, hello, because it's like you can do trips, you can rental cars, you can do anything on that shit.
You can do a whole lot
like anything. Like I could have the bread, and I just be like, shit. Well, if I could pay in four, I'm finna pay in four for certain shit. I'd be like, all right, if I could pay in four, I'm paying it for. If I ain't gotta pay for all this shit up front, I'm not. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's just trying to conserve money at this point. Because you just never know. You just never fucking know. And then I don't know when we're gonna have a massive dip. I might need to put that in crypto. So the buy now pay later has helped me with my crypto bags because I'm like, okay, well since I ain't gotta pay for all this up front, I can put the rest of this in crypto. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody said I bought tickets on Ticketmaster and StubHub with Klarna and Afterpay. Klarna was the most innovative one because Klarna came out with a credit card, so they actually have legit credit cards now. For certain, so they may offer it to certain customers. But I know people the scammers been hitting Klarna lately. I've been seeing the posts.
Oh, for real?
Y'all better clean it up. Yeah, because Klarna, it's no credit check, D. So it's I ain't trying to fuck them up, but just niggas you can go on there and get you some Klarna and it ain't you, but you can use a name. You could just because that's all you need is a name. When you sign up, you put in your name, an email, a phone number, and that's it.
And your bank account info, right?
I mean, but I could use Cash App. I got options. Yeah. I can make a Cash App. Like, all I'm saying is, bro, Klarna got somebody invested a whole lot of money in them, and motherfuckers been getting off on their. So, but I know they're gonna fix that soon. They're gonna tackle that shit ASAP. So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So Daniel said Google COMEX rule 589. All right. Oh, y'all saw the lights? Is that what this is? Y'all saw the 2026 sign and it had 589 LED lights. So COMEX rule 589 governs special price fluctuation limits, establishing temporary trading halts in futures markets when prices move too rapidly, especially during the critical final settlement period of expiring contracts, aiming to control volatility, enhance price discovery, and prevent market disruptions in core metals and energy futures. Traded on CME's group COMEX. So it's a dynamic rule frequently amended to adapt to electronic trading and coordinate floor trading, ensuring stability when major price swings occur.
Damn.
Okay. So that'll just lead me right into the silver article then. There you go, D. So
Yo.
silver tops $80 for the first time, then stages dramatic reversal overnight.
Yeah. That shit drew back down crazy. I think it's around $72 right now, but still, we at all-time highs when it comes to silver. So, basically what happened was, and shout out to everybody that got them a couple pieces of silver, right? Some gold, silver, or whatever. So basically what happened is silver ran up. It ran up. Hold up, let me go to my I actually wrote. Where is that? Give me 1 second. Oh, here we go. All right, so silver hit above, $80 an ounce, then quickly crashed more than 8%. So silver briefly topped 80 ounce for the first time ever in just an overnight trading. And then Monday, it fell more than 8% today. After the drop, silver futures were around $70.97. I think it's around 72 right now, like I was saying. Even with the big drop, silver is still up 155% year to date. I'm gonna say that again. Even with the big drop that happened overnight, silver is up 155%. Telling y'all, fam. Once I understood the importance of silver and gold back in when the pandemic happened, I was like, oh, okay, I need to pay attention more to this because they keep buying. People was like, yo, why are you getting gold and silver? That's such a whatever. I was arguing with people online, and they was like, yo, what's silver to? I remember people saying like, what's silver to Bitcoin? I'm like, okay, you'll see. Mm-hmm. And now it's sitting here.
Yeah, silver going crazy.
And then silver has outperformed gold this year. So silver outperformed even gold. And I think we talked about that a while ago, how silver could possibly outperform gold in certain instances because it's so undervalued. Because silver is used in a lot of different things. If y'all don't know, y'all listen, silver is used for a whole lot of different things, from technology to medical use, etc. So so it outperformed gold, and gold futures recently topped 45.50 for the first time this month, and gold is up about 70% this year, but it was down about 4.5% in the latest move. So gold is still up, but not as up as silver, and silver was way cheaper. Like me and Ash always say, units is the name of the game, right? If silver was like 30, because 6 months ago, silver was like 30 something dollars an ounce, right? You would have more than doubled your investment by now if you would have listened to us even 6 months ago. So why did silver rise so much in 2025 is because safe haven buying. So when people are worried about things like geopolitical tensions, like wars, conflicts, it gets unsettling, fam. People are like, yo, what do I need to put my money at? Where I need to put my stash at? What can I rotate my money into? Because if they about to go into massive wartime, I need to be able to be protected, right? And of course, big financial problems like the growing U.S. deficit, where I'm going to rotate my money into as this deficit just keeps on growing and growing and growing, right? They often buy safe assets like gold and silver. That's what traditionally was. I remember watching a video back in 2021 where this old white dude was talking about he showed a picture of a boat where nobody was on it. He was like, I'm on this boat right here. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's jumping over here and there. I'm jumping right over here where there's gold and silver and any other type of precious metals. And I was like, I'm on that boat too. I'm gonna be on that boat too. And then store of value, hedge, gold and silver can act like as a backup place to store money if inflation rises, the economy looks uncertain, and the US dollar weakens, right? And also if the dollar weakens, gold and silver become cheaper for foreign buyers, which can increase demand. Demand. There's mad demand for it. And then real world institutional demand. Like I said, electronics, solar panels, data centers, electric vehicles. What you think they're going to need to build this shit? They're going to need certain types of metals.
They're going to need metals for sure.
Right?
Shout out to Sid said the East is buying silver and the West is manipulating the price to stay below $75. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's mass manipulated. It's mass. This shit
should be illegal. We need to be fighting back. That's what be pissing me off about us over here in the West. Why we not fighting back?
Because because we still using the US dollar. We're not using.
It's like, but it's so rigged now. It's like the manipulation just got worse and worse and worse over time, and now it's just like we know it's manipulated and we ain't doing nothing about it. And it's like, gang, they're cheating, bro. Like they're making sure it's as less people getting money as possible out of these markets.
Yeah. It's because we never united, yo. We never united and started being like, okay, fuck going here, fuck going there. We're gonna do business with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's we had the mind back in 2020. We kind of had the mindset. Remember when like a lot of black businesses started booming when the pandemic happened? You know what I mean? Because it was like, we kind of had that mindset back then. But you know, over time, people are still like, nah, we still gonna go to here or there.
Some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some of y'all it is, and these are people that fuck it up for everybody. Some of y'all are way too comfortable in y'all careers. And because y'all comfortable in y'all careers and the lifestyle y'all created for yourself, y'all don't fight back on stuff y'all need to be fighting back on. It's like y'all got y'all career and y'all just threw integrity out of the window. The integrity's gone just because you're comfortable.
Somebody said there's nothing we can do. There's a whole lot we could do. We just choose not to. We just choose not to.
Who said that? Somebody
on TikTok said there's nothing we could do. There's a whole lot we could do. We just choose not to.
Gang.
You know what I'm saying?
Gang, what do you mean? The power has always been in the hands of the people. The people just don't realize the power that they have. And it's because of what I just said. But the bulk of the country being comfortable is what is holding us back. They say comfort is a very dangerous place to be. You know what I'm saying? If you're too comfortable. Yeah. Because you don't grow. You get too comfortable, you don't move. Because you're comfortable.
That's true.
But yeah, shout out Sid. She said silver is not being mined right now. The factories are frozen, so demand versus supply shock is coming. Exactly, because I thought China won't sending us no more silver. They shut it down.
Hey.
and don't they send like 60%? We get 60% of our silver from China or some shit.
I think we got a lot of silver from there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 65, 60% or something. So yeah, this is interesting. It's about to be interesting.
Yeah, we got a lot of silver. And Nah, this shit is wild. So why did it crash after hitting $80? The article doesn't give one exact reason, but the fast drop often happens when traders take profits after a huge run up like that. So a lot of silver contracts were probably sold. I could tell you probably shit ton of silver contracts were sold because for every ounce of silver, there's probably like 100, 500 contracts for each ounce of silver that's out there. So a shit ton of contracts got sold. Prices move too fast, too far too fast, and then snap back. And then leverage traders get forced out, liquidations when the price turns anyway. So that was it's down 8%, but still, if you was buying 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like we was, you're up. Still, you're forever in profit.
Forever.
Hey,
I just want to read this quote from Sunish real quick. He said, "Peace has cost you strength. Victory has defeated you." That's a Bane quote. That was deep. Bars. That was deep. Was deep. Victory has defeated you. Gang.
And to give you some shed some light on like past prices of silver. The price of silver back in like 2002 was like $4 an ounce, fam. $4. So it's always been available. It's just if you was invested or not.
Gang, forever in profit. In profit. And I also got something else just to kind of go along with the silver news with JP Morgan. So I want to touch on that real quick. Let me pull up the post, of course. Shout out to Shanaka. He's a really good journalist.
Shanaka again.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So he said the rumor says they were talking. So we had some type of major bank collapsed on a silver margin call. No one has been able to verify or confirm that information. So I'm not here to talk about that. I saw it. I want to talk about it, but I've got to wait till we get factual information before we come on here and talk about it. So I'm gonna wait for the news to come out. But yeah, there is a rumor that came out that said a major bank collapsed on a silver margin call. And this happened at 2:47 a.m. on December 28th. What bank that was, I don't know. We're still trying to confirm it. We can't verify it right now. So that's gonna be interesting when that does come out. But anyway, Shanaka goes on and says JP Morgan filed an 8K on December 27th disclosing $4.875 billion in unrealized silver losses. I'm going to say that again. On December 27th, they disclosed $4.875 billion in unrealized silver losses. They flipped from 200 million ounces short to 750 million ounces long physical. The largest position reversal in the history of the silver market happened in the last 30 days, and nobody on financial television said a word. So the rumor claims 34 billion in emergency Fed repos. Official data shows routine operations under 7 billion. Either the data is lagged or the rumor is wrong. But here is what nobody is asking. Why did JP Morgan suddenly need to own 750 million ounces of physical silver after spending 15 years on the short side? What did they see coming that made them eat a $5 billion loss just to get positioned the other way? So the collapse story might be fiction. The position flip is filed with the SEC. I haven't verified that filed with the SEC part yet. But one of those facts will matter more in 90 days than the other. So he's basically saying stop chasing the rumor, start asking why the smartest bank in commodities just switched sides at the worst possible price and seems fine with it. I thought that was interesting.
Damn, yo. Damn. Nah, that's interesting as shit.
That shit is interesting.
And it's very telling, because the last time, you know, a bank shorted, and this is what I read too, a bank shorted precious metals. The last time that happened, it was bullish for Bitcoin. So
yeah. So we'll see. Sid said JP Morgan knows the physical silver shock is coming also. So yeah, y'all. So we'll see. Like you said, within the next 90 days, we're gonna find out. That's why I told y'all Q1 2026 is gonna be very, very interesting. So if you're not positioning yourselves, whether it's precious metals, and getting into these real world assets, because I'm not just gonna say crypto, you need to be getting in real world assets. If you're not getting involved in those, you're about to miss out on a shit ton of money. This is the time to be positioning yourself, using this time wisely, because Q1 getting ready to show its ass. I got a feeling it's getting ready to show its ass. I got a feeling. All these people, that's why I just been scrolling all month long, looking at everybody in these New Year resolutions and New Year, new me bullshit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck is coming in 2026. 2020, no, like y'all setting all these goals based on the current system, not realizing that they flip into a whole nother system. So the goals that you setting to conquer the old system ain't even gonna be relevant in 2026. So you about to be looking slow. You about to be looking slow because it's over with. We not on that system no more. That's a wrap. That system is done. Are you positioned for the system that is coming? That's what you need to be asking yourself. Are you positioned for the system that is coming? Are you preparing for the system that is coming? That's what you need to be setting your goals around. But everybody else, y'all still playing in this old system that's been running on autopilot the last 5 years. Yeah, it's autopilot over with. We switching pilots. They switching pilots. You know what I'm saying? They done landed a plane. Y'all ain't even know because you was asleep. They done switch planes on your ass. All types of shit. Change is coming. Change is coming. So good luck. Good luck. I'm sorry to be the Debbie Downer to the people that setting these great goals. It sound good. It sound good, but y'all gonna get slapped in the face because y'all ain't know what the fuck was going on.
Nope.
All y'all know is Trump bad man. Trump bad man. Trump bad man. Won't pay attention to nothing else. The biggest distraction was Donald Trump and Bitcoin, and the people fell for it. It's crazy because he's ushering it in, but he's the distraction at the same time. That's the crazy part about Donald Trump. He's the distraction at the same, but on the same hand, he's also ushering all the shit in. But he's the distraction. Crazy.
I mean,
we in some crazy times.
We in some wild times, but you know that's why you got to stay in.
And them AI agents is coming. Them AI agents is going full throttle in 2026. A lot of y'all finna lose y'all job, gang. Them AI agents getting ready to be able to do a lot of shit that they got y'all doing right now. The AI agents is gonna be doing. A lot of y'all getting ready to get laid off. Y'all think the job market is bad now. That's why he bragging and boasting and lying, because he know the job market about to get worse. So, gang. Only thing that's gonna save you is being in these assets and having a plan and not complaining. That's the only thing that's gonna save you, because humans ain't got no integrity at this point. They ain't fighting back. So You gotta make moves.
Only thing that's gonna save you is you. So you
Yep.
better get it on. You better get it on, which is you talk to yourself, talk to your higher self, talk to the ancestors, and get it going, get it going.
Yep.
Somebody said, "What real world assets should I get?" Can y'all help me out? Listen, you need to be looking into precious metals. You need to be looking into cryptocurrency.
You need to be in that BlockNation Patreon.
Yeah, you need to be in that Patreon. Listen, you need to get educated ASAP. You need to get educated ASAP. Like I said earlier, we did most of the work for you. All you got to do is read what we put and then discern for yourself where you need to go from there.
Shout out my nigga Sid. Sid said her wife's AI agent. Yes, her wife has an AI agent already. I heard some of the music is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, facts.
She said her wife's AI agent travels, makes music, has a job, has a Tesla and a house, and does marketing.
There you go.
Them AI agents is coming full throttle in 2026, guys. They could do a lot of stuff. Them AI agents, that's what they've been preparing all year. My brother works at Cisco. He been making them shits all year long. That was pretty much what he did pretty much the whole year was making AI. He's an engineer. That's pretty much all he was doing was working on AI agents the whole year. So next year it's on. It is on. So if you're not prepared, I'm telling you. So don't be shocked when you walk in that job or you wake up to get ready for work and you get an email and they tell you not to come in. You can come in, come turn your badge in and come get your what's it called, your layoff paperwork. You can come file your paperwork, but we don't need you no more. You can bring that badge back and that laptop. And that company phone. Thank you. Thank you for your services over the years. Your 15 years was appreciated, but we don't need you no more.
Damn, that's rough. That's rough.
It's gonna be rough out here. I'm just trying to prepare y'all.
That's rough.
I'm just trying to prepare y'all. I think was that all the articles?
Oh, you just pulled this up, right? Social Security.
Oh, Social Security. Yeah. You can go with Social Security. My bad.
Yeah. So basically, by 2034, this is AARP's website, and this is what we're talking about. So AARP said that they said by 2034, Social Security trust funds is benefits could run low, partly because of what happened, in COVID-19 pandemic. You already know it hurt the economy and changed the population trends. Right. It does not mean Social Security instantly ends, but it means that the program might not have enough saved to pay full promised benefits unless Congress changes the rules. So Social Security is mainly funded by payroll taxes. Money is taken out of workers' paychecks. As y'all know, when I get your paycheck, it's you see the Social Security on there. Employers also pay in, and then that money goes into trust funds that help pay for benefits for retirees, survivors, disabled workers, etc. Why the reported move the shortfall date earlier? So high unemployment equals fewer people paying payroll taxes. High unemployment. We have very high unemployment. So when lots of people out of work, less money goes into Social Security, right? The article noted that over millions and millions and millions of people were unemployed in April of 2020, right? Lock the door, bro. And then more deaths, fewer births, lower immigration, right? All of these reduce the number of future workers paying into the system, fam. So what happens if trust funds run out in 2034 is if nothing changes by then, Social Security could only pay about 78% of promised benefits. That's like getting 78 cents for every dollar you were scheduled to receive. Damn. And then the article also states that more than 65 million Americans currently receive Social Security benefits. And there are two Social Security trust funds. That's the OASI, Retirement Plus Survivors, right? It's projected to run out by 2033. And then after that, it could pay about 76% of scheduled benefits from ongoing payroll taxes. And then you got DI, which is disability. It's projected to run out in 2057. And then after that, it could pay about 91% of benefits. So retirement benefits face either early pressure, while disabled is projected to last a little bit longer. And then they talk about Medicare. Medicare Part A is projected depletion 2026. And then even then it could still pay
What the
about
fuck?
90. Yo, man, I'm just
Shit.
reading. This is
Hey.
AARP. This is AARP, fam.
Hey, gang, because like a lot of y'all have like retired. That's why I kept trying to tell y'all like retiring is not an option. You're not going to be able to do that. That's why it was so imperative to be invested in these real world assets. We was not just talking to be talking, bro. We was literally trying to prepare y'all because this is like people. This is what y'all depend on when you retire. You depend on Social Security and Medicaid. What you just say? Read that again.
So you got Medicare, you got Medicare Part A, hospital insurance and hospital insurance trust fund. Its projected depletion is 2026. Even then, it could still pay about 91% of its scheduled Part A benefits. And then you got Medicare Part B and Part D, which is considered solvent indefinitely because they are funded by the general government revenues and premiums paid by beneficiaries. But that Part A, they said that shit is going to be depleted by next year.
What pisses me off about all these funds, and this is why I always been worried about it since I like started working. I think I got my first job probably my freshman year of college or something. I don't know. I played basketball. I couldn't work. Anyway, I was asking. Okay, I'm like, okay, because when you first get your first check, it's like a wake up call. You're like, okay, y'all took taxes out because I was in North Carolina, so y'all took state, federal, and then y'all take out Social Security. What else is it? Medicaid, whatever else come out the check. What pisses me off is that's cool to take out the Social Security. What pisses me off though is y'all don't give us access to the funds that y'all are taking. So that's like y'all taking my money. So if I ever get jammed up, life happens. A lot of people in 2026 are going to get laid off. They've been paying into these funds. Like some people in the chat saying they've been paying into these funds since they was 15 years old. So if these people get jammed up or they want to, hey, maybe they could borrow. Why are we not allowed access to the fucking funds? That's all I'm getting to. Why are we not allowed access to the funds? Yeah, it's our money. So y'all taking it, and that's how you know they're taking it and doing whatever with it. The whole system in America is rigged because it's one thing to take it and say, hey, this is for your retirement. It's a whole nother thing to say, yeah, you can't touch it though. Oh, and then maybe by the time you retire, we might have depleted the funds. So that means y'all telling me that the fucking funds I've been investing into since I started working, y'all giving to the boomers right now. Because that's basically what you're telling me. Because 2032, a lot of the boomers going to be in their 70s by then. So basically, you telling me that the funds that y'all are paying out to baby boomers right now is technically my money. Or the generation before that. So y'all don't have my money. So that's my problem. You see what I'm saying? It's fucking rigged. It's rigged. The old system was never meant for you to win. Nah. It was never meant for you to win. It's a fraudulent fucking system. It's fucking fraud.
Because once we figured out what was going on, it's kind of like you already been working for 10, 15, 20 years now. Once a lot of us figured it out.
Exactly. So I should be able to access those funds. If life happens, that's on me. If I run through my Social Security before I retire, that's on me. But if I ever get jammed up or life happens, I should never be in a position where this money been coming out my check and I can't access any of it. Or I should be able to borrow against it and pay it back or something. But y'all like just to like full-fledged not give me access to my funds and then turn around and tell me 15 years later after I've been paying into this system that these shits might be depleted by 2034. Well, 2034, I'm 32. I'm only going to be 36. What? I'm going to be 46? 40, 42, whatever, 44. I can't do the math right now.
No, that's 8 years from now. That's 8 years from now.
I'm still going to be, that's 40. I'm going to be fairly young. I'm going to be fairly young.
It ain't that far. It ain't that far, fam. We about to go into 2026. So 2034 is basically 8 years from now. So listen, I'm not saying you got eight years to just coast. Get your shit, right. Get your shit together, fam. If you have to. Upskill, reskill. Somebody said it's the Ponzi scheme. Your payments are for the current retirees. Yeah.
Exactly.
Facts.
Definitely a Ponzi scheme.
Gonna run out. So.
Yep. Damn. Okay. Well, this is more of a reason why you need to be in these digital assets. This is more of a reason why you need to be in crypto and investing into this new infrastructure and investing into these technologies because this is your get back. This is your reparations for those that want. Excuse me. For those that want reparations, this is it right here. Here you go. So
24 years of my money, give it back. Sheesh. Yeah.
Sheesh, Danny. They've been giving, your mama and grandma and them got that money, child.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. That's what keeps me sane. That's what keeps me from crashing out is that in my head is going to my mama. That's what keep me sane. It's with my mama and her friends, my aunties, and all them. That's what keep me sane because it's like it's for them. So it's like okay, but it's not right though. It's still fucked up.
And again, what are we doing about it? Nothing. Oh yeah, they still in the money. They taking your labor. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So
then it's crazy because then when you finally do retire, then you want to cash your 401k out, they taking a portion of that too. They basically took. Yeah. They're gonna take a good 5 to 10 years worth of work from you from taxes. So it's a fucking scam. And it's like, bro, we bought into this system for this long.
Yes.
For this long. That's the part that frustrates me the most. We bought into the system for far too long, gang.
Because by the time people got done with high school or college or whatever, they was like, okay, I'm done reading, yo. I'm done reading. I'm tired of, studying, not knowing that, you got to study forever, fam. You got to study forever. You got to read forever. That's the only way you're going to get ahead, because education is changing like every 15 to 18 months. Education is changing every 15 to 18 months. Yet this public school system is still teaching the same thing.
That's a fact. So one last article, then I gotta go. I just looked at the time. Shit. So FSAB, so to consider digital asset standards in 2026. So what this article is saying is the FASB, the body, the body that sets U.S. accounting rules under GAAP, has added digital asset topics to its 2026 agenda. Specifically, FASB will consider two major issues: whether certain digital assets can be classified as cash equivalents on financial statements, and number two, how to properly account for transfers of digital assets, including things like wrap tokens and receipt tokens, and clarifying when control of a crypto asset changes hands. So these topics were prioritized out of more than 70 potential items because of feedback from the industry and recommendations from federal working groups. So why this is a big deal for crypto? So standardizing how crypto appears on balance sheets. So right now, crypto accounting is murky for many companies. So some treat crypto as an intangible asset like IP, while others want to treat certain coins, stable coins or wrap tokens, as cash equivalents, meaning similar to dollars or short-term liquid assets. So FASB evaluating this means uniform accounting rules may come that reduce ambiguity for public and private companies holding crypto. So FSAB says certain digital assets can be treated like cash on balance sheets. That can make companies much more comfortable holding crypto as part of their core operations. So clarifying crypto transfers and wrapped assets is another big topic. And another big topic is how to record crypto transfers, especially for complex instruments like wrap tokens or tokens representing assets held elsewhere. So right now, companies struggle with when to recognize a transfer, what the underlying economics really look like on financial statements, and whether control has changed. So FASB's project aims to fix that. So understanding when a crypto transfer really happens on paper and how it affects the books is crucial for institutional finance and big balance sheet holders. So this follows a broader trend toward accounting clarity. FASB has already started requiring some crypto assets to be reported at fair value instead of cost impaired models in companies, and they must disclose gains and losses each period. So now they're going further by figuring out what crypto is in accounting terms. Is it cash? Is it a financial instrument? Is it inventory? And that matters for CFOs and auditors. So this is huge for crypto markets, and it's definitely going to give institutional confidence. So once companies can consistently report crypto holdings as cash or cash equivalents, it becomes easier for corporations to hold crypto on their balance sheets, institutional investors to model risk and compliance, auditors to sign off on financials. So this drives more reliable institutional participation and not just retail hype. So accountants matter for adoption. If CFOs trust the rules, they'll hold more crypto. Here it comes. This also is going to be less uncertainty for corporates. So public companies, bank issuers, hedge funds. So yeah, that's going to get these companies standard rules. Those type of companies standard rules. And that uncertainty has slowed adoption down. So they getting ready to get that under control. And standardization reduces risk and compliance headaches. But yeah, here we go. So we finally about to get some rules on the accounting side. So a lot of y'all getting ready to see a lot more companies are going to be holding these digital assets on their balance sheets moving forward. I think that kind of ties into about the Ripple escrow and how, sort of what T was talking about on his space yesterday, and how, certain institutions are going to want to hold a piece of the escrow. But they need some rules so that they can count it on their balance sheet. So I think this is pretty big for a certain asset. I'm just saying, but I'm gonna end on that note. I'm gonna end it on that note right there. So y'all do what y'all want with that information. But I think this was some pretty big fucking news. If you actually have an understanding of what's going on here. So that's gonna be a big move right there when Ripple finally lets that escrow go, because they're gonna have to give it up. It's the only way this gonna work. So
damn. Ooh, kid. Okay. Sound good to me.
For sure. Gang, so that's it for right now, y'all. So we'll see. They're gonna try to finesse crypto too. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be them. That's why it pays to be early, so that way you got what you needed to get before that finesse pops in. So that's the best part about being early, is that we won't be the ones getting finesse, but the masses will, unfortunately. But yeah, so shout out to us for being early. But yeah, y'all, other than that, man, I'm gonna go enjoy my birthday. I think I'm about to go have a little birthday breakfast or whatever. It's still early here on the West Coast. Y'all know it's only about to be 11 o'clock here soon. So but other than that, man, appreciate y'all for the birthday love. Make sure y'all get in this class we got coming up too. I just thought about it. Flare. We got a Flare class coming up. We're doing a class on Flare Network. So it's gonna be a master class. So the early bird is going on right now. So make sure y'all take advantage of that early bird. The early bird is $125. That class is gonna be on January 11th, 2026. January 11th, 2026. For those that want to learn more about Flare, I know Flare is gonna be huge in DeFi, and earning yield on those XRP, on your XRP assets. So yeah, we're doing that master class on the Flare DeFi network and how to deploy capital into WFLR and FXRP on SparkDex. So you'll learn what Flare is, why Flare is not just another L1, how Flare brings real world assets like FXRP, FUSD, FA assets on chain, and why Flare is designed for yield and not speculation. So I definitely would tap into that class if I was y'all. A lot of y'all was a part of that Flare airdrop thing when that was a big topic a couple of years ago. So Flare is definitely gonna play a massive role here moving forward. So it would be smart to already know how to maneuver over there on Flare Network. I'm just saying, it would be smart. And if we know Q1 is gonna be a big quarter for real world assets and assets like XRP, it would be smart to know how to earn yield on your XRP. Okay. So yeah, the link for that is in the bio. It is 2 links. So one link is for the early bird. The second link is for those that want to get on a call, basically want to be able to ask questions, get some type of walkthrough, or just any type of examples. So you'll be able to get access to our December 14th call and ask additional questions. So it is two different links. So the early bird special for that one is $200. But yeah, and I think the early bird ends next week. So yeah, make sure y'all tap into those 2 classes that we got coming up with Flare Network. It's gonna be a big one. So Absolutely. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, other than that, that's all we had. Make sure y'all join the community. For those that's in the Telegram, go ahead and make sure you got that Patreon link on your phone, because we're transitioning over to Patreon. If you haven't transitioned, it's the end of the month. You might want to go ahead and move over and let us know, and we'll cancel your Telegram subscription. But yeah, we're moving over to Patreon. We still gonna leave the chat open. It's just gonna be closed for conversation, but y'all can always reference it because it's a lot of information. That Telegram is a crypto encyclopedia. So, but yeah, make sure y'all tap in. And make sure y'all getting that DeFi Patreon as well. For those that are interested in DeFi is gonna have a huge year coming up in 2026. It may get to the point where we might have to close that shit because it's just gonna be too many people. So for sure. Get in there now while it's somewhat quiet. And while you can ask as many questions as you can and not have 37 other people trying to ask questions. So yeah. Make sure y'all tap in with us. But other than that, y'all, we'll see y'all next time. We got some updates.
All right.